Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through the...
Why should we run?
Perhaps. Freedom, safety.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid.
Thank you.
It's just one thing after another around
The
here.
Litlans have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited, or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months. What kind of leader sends people in? I should have urged greater caution.
We swore this...
It's good to see you safe.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives. No one without Sever joins our ranks.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play.
You will.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more.
You'll do fine.
Thank you for the kind... So the brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. One ill-conceived incision. And even success means tremendous... I became a physiker to help people.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. They toil in the shadows, risking life, and yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create... I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the...
It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in... Thank you for helping me remember.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop right here.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young as are you, I hear. The Guardians, and which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was.
Then I have questions for you. Please.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to...
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past...
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet, come here and I'll show... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited them. Now I think about it, the men seemed almost as if they believed, or were...
You have a keen mind, Lord Ross, and you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me, as luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready.
Very well, but be quick about it, my...
Mid's finished outfitting her little...
Otto.
You're not going in there alone.
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that we've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid
Thanks.
So, what about...
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle.
We shall. Come.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Run like the wind.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived. You whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget it. Hellwind thrust over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Let's go.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead Skim, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy. Just like that.
Farewell.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil. Woman of mystery. But how will we find her?
And that she was working. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most... I'll wager this, Rosina.
That would certainly help to narrow...
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Good day, my lord. Here you are. An excellent choice.
The gate is closed. Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I can help? Allow me. My good man, we're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much...
Well, we're best known for...
Thank you. Oh,
No.
well...
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of Rosina?
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find out the owner's only a young sprig.
The Briar's Kiss, you said?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to...
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe. Oh...
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people. Try the baths.
Thank... Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what?
She was a close friend of mine. I was...
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is a fitting.
You know who I am. So what now? Calling them in?
That isn't much. Our work is take him to meet his precious Rosina.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of...
To the Lock of...
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
The most fragrant herbs and
My
spices.
carpets have
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The bro.
So much for Rosina Dalamil being...
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. Oh, sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man.
See that he... Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear, assuming he is an ally, of course.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man. But enough of the I want you to put an end to the trouble and... return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my...
What trouble?
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with...
Watched it.
My apologies. Follow the... Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making the...
Ha! It will be easy. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cup. Us common folk have hardly had a shot, and it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving.
Well, we're a stone's throw. The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men on the rock throw their money about like...
Is that so?
Juiciest meat for free. You wouldn't believe how much you gave. What can I do for you? Ugh, then be off with you.
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. No, just leave, will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Briggs, fresh from the capital.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. The one who... What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you?
Thank you.
Let me treat you.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts?
Fate, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us. I had no luck, of course, but my uncharacteristic. They took me aside and said they could...
So the...
I've a small price to pay, but enough about my...
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning...
I'll wager you...
We'll meet with them then, and put an end to the trouble loop.
Ha! That... It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of you're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will
Royalists?
Why? To collect their share of Ffxi's blessing, of course. Our nation and beings. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed...
Did you get all that?
My lord!
Double-crossing dogs. Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed up!
Soil and stone! You're finished!
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage.
Greybeard, you... Such a shame you didn't have more of...
How long have you been...
Long enough to witness your I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade...
This was the trouble you spoke of. Well?
Indeed, the people of Dalamil had scarcely any... Until you... Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. It occurs to me that I still...
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. Well, Clive. You held up. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of those left behind have been encouraged to...
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers.
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield.
No.
Of all the...
Here. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend.
Thank you, Luke.
And please, feel free. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back.
Omia los delan. Tu Achilles.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps forged.
I wouldn't put it up.
Oh, sorry. I'm Sava, Master Luba's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that... I don't suppose...
I'm afraid.
Never mind.
I could give you a hand if I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. And
I'd be a...
So...
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
The way I see it, there's only one way, but we need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil. There's the butcher. Of course, they're bound to have an opinion or two about the... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find.
All right.
Let's hope that someone says something.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
My carpets have bright...
It would make a fine gift for...
Welcomes.
A question. I need to know what...
You're a blacksmith.
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chop.
So a knife that's...
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Everything I've worked on.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps...
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's I've no doubt that my woes stem but I can't go and investigate. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. These baths are all that... my livelihood.
Sweet incense!
Ah, they've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
Yeah. What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question.
Oh. Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending kindness.
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang.
Then Drake's Fang is Talmeki and Walud are allies, but no nation has ever before allowed a foreign.
Not by choice.
And there's more. My man, I fear there may be more. If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. I've lost one Cid already.
I don't plan on dying.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Come on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on.
What the hell are those things?
By the flames. That explains the heat. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
should get
No need to
going
ride
soon.
from here.
Do you have water?
I've got a crystal.
Hanging lanterns! Keep the darkness! There he is! The man... I was hoping with the bath's groom...
I'm glad to hear.
Now, tell me this.
Not what I expected.
You tell her. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right.
Plates and pots!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabrics!
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and station.
All the cook said were too heavy and...
So we're no better off than when we... Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with... That can't be right. No.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained. The trouble is, it's meaning someone is gonna be...
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice is no better. A merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Luke. I bet she'd know...
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Thanks, girl. Any luck? Or will you be needing?
What I asked her?
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation. Adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond...
Unique to her. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a...
If it's cheap metal you're using. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits, and if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
back to the stables, girl.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
It would make a fine.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Silver platters, sweet incense, wax candles.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Finally, we'll be able to get this.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your...
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Light, meat, and dark.
The most fragrant herbs and
My
spices.
carpets have pride of place in...
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope that...
You and that merchant boat, she's got... Now... A knife forward.
It's a fine...
That sounds like...
I'm sorry.
Let's take... First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving? What? It's sharp-ish, and it's heavy. You might not think it just a hole. It looks like the limestone was a step in the right direction, granted.
And I was so...
I don't know who you found to teach you that. Next question. How much do you think I...
Well, if I...
And... the butcher? The hunter? Dalamilla's home to humble... Rule number 1 in any business.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... I'd say you're worth keeping. Starting...
I will,
What would... I'd do what I always do. If it was for the butcher, for the hunter, for the cook, and...
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done so much for the spirit of Dalamil had meaning.
You've passed your test. That's all that...
And when I do, I'll...
Who's this blue?
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Sid's going to find Coco, little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Run like the wind. Time to fight. Be safe. Well, Clyde, it looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword.
Too slow.
It should have stayed in its shell.
This is no good. Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sweet incense. What?
We should get going soon.
Let's go.
Yeah!
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Fuck! What have they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you Limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Did the Royalists bring them from Ash? But the beastmen part of the Waluda army now. How the hell did that happen?
They spotted us.
Taken over the entire mine. So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekia's finest. All right. Animals. You should never have left Ash. This must be the way out. Be sneaking past this one. How did they get in here? Flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
me talk.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Mythos.
Did the orcs do this too? More of them. What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him? First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal. Just what I needed. Better be the last of them.
Benedicta. My everything. I've missed you so much.
Kuka!
I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You got away from her! Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roscoe!
Oh shit, he's priming. Not now. Come on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ffxvi!
trick. But if you can do it, then so could I! Let's give this a try. Not bad. you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
The death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmecs suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and... Gah!
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
What ways need patching up?
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
We're seeing troops amassing and everything.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's Fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Well, someone looks pleased.
Nothing escapes you, it's true.
Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. And what can I do for you? You're rubbing me blind, you know. finished, are you?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it?
I wanted to tell you. I'll try to live up to them.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? You can thank me later. And?
Clive.
No.
And with good reason, children. There shall be no lessons today, only...
All right, brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive.
Hippocrates, I need to know what he is.
Alas. No, not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact.
But I saw him.
Alas, it seems, to others, he reveals naught. We see only that
a bringer of...
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, but until I do...
Thank you. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
My knowledge is yours. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today. You wish to study the tomes?